Shalom. First off, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the hopeful elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And to all my brothers out here preaching this truth to you, I say Shalom. This is Amatazar from the Chicago camp, coming back at you again with another lesson entitled Esau is being made bare, he is greatly despised. So quite a few things going on. I'm gonna start right here with the bottom thumbnail. The bottom thumbnail is a man that appears to be an Edomite. All right, and he may be, maybe not. He could be a speckled bird. All right, he could be the seed of Jacob. He just looked like an Edomite, but he said his people ain't shit. And then he goes on to uh, talk about the heinous things that his people have done, over the years. All right, and how wicked they are. All right. So that's a video. A couple of brothers kind of put out there. The Elder Manata Zakba, he did something on it. All right. The Elder Bara here in Chicago posted it. Somebody had sent me the video before all of that. I just needed to get to it. Here you also have the brother Arrows of Indignation. Right, he just posted a video with Charleston White. Said he's willing to risk everything to expose the hypocrisy of the white man. Okay, the white man that we know as Esau Edom. He said he's willing to lose everything. He's willing to lose all his freedom and everything to expose the hypocrisy. All right, of Esau Edom. And that hypocrisy goes into it shows itself in the blood, in that bloodlust, because here you had Calvin Klein, or the Chuckster, all right, just get popped the other week, but all you're hearing is Esau want to go to a black campus and commit a murder. You had HBCUs that were deciding on whether or not they were going to follow safety protocols and shut down, all right, because of this Chuckster's death. What did that? They didn't have anything to do with each other. Okay, for all intents and purposes, he was popped by another Edomite. So why would the HBCUs have to be on high alert? Okay, well, this is why. Here you have this this Jake was found hung by a tree. So this college, they call it the Delta. It's in Cleveland. They found him hanging from a tree. Okay, and they ruled it suicide. They said no foul play. Okay, now there have been reports saying, okay, there's been words saying that he suffered 2 broken arms and a broken leg, and he was in a bag. So make sense. Okay, so let's just get on into these scriptures. All right, this is 2 Corinthians 4 and 3. It says, "But if our gospel be hid, is hid to them that are lost, on whom the God of this world have blinded the minds of them which believe not, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of the Most High, should shine unto them." All right. Now our gospel is hid from the 2/3. Okay, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians who don't have this truth. All right. If you still stuck on Christian, on the plantation Christianity, and you still believe in that Esau Edom is your neighbor, okay, you already gone. Okay, you already gone. It's just we just waiting for you to expire, because you still don't know who you are, and you don't know who your enemy is. Okay, all right. So you're still blinded. All right. This man is the wicked, and he's in control. This is Job 9 and 24. It says, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Okay. So the earth is given into the hand of this wicked man. Now, um, they say that a quarter of Gen Z has been aborted. Okay. On whose watch? On Esau Edom's watch. All right. So there's wickedness that have multiplied all throughout the earth since this man has been in charge of the earth. Okay. And so you have something called iconoclasm. All right. This man sought to paint his likeness over our images. Okay. To help further the lie. Okay. Because he wants to set himself up to be as God. All right. This is Isaiah 25:7. And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations. Okay, so this devil and his wickedness has deceived the entire world. 2 Thessalonians 2:3, it says, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come except there come a falling away first, and that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. Okay, and that man of sin is Esau Edom. He's being revealed right now. Okay, and that perdition goes into destruction. Who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God, or that is worship, so that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things? And now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. All right. And the men of the Lord, the prophets of the Lord, are destroying him with the spirit of the mouth of the Lord. Okay. With the mouthpiece of the Lord. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. It says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, and they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but have pleasure in unrighteousness. All right, so the 2/3 are under strong delusion. Okay, they under strong delusion, thinking that this man is their friend. Now, I put a thumbnail here in this lesson from the movie 40 Acres. Okay, one of the beautiful things about that movie. So you had Southern Kingdom and Northern Kingdom working together. All right, and basically it's an apocalyptic type of movie. All right, where you have these flesh eaters, which is Esau Edom. Right, and of course they come on their land. Okay, and try to eat them. All right, try to eat them and take over their property. But anyway, there's a scene in the movie. They have what they call a trade depot. All right, so it's a little bit slight of a spoiler if you haven't seen it. But there's a trade depot, and when they went to the trade depot, and there were people who were being bloodletted. Okay, they were hung upside down so the blood can drain out of them. Okay. Meanwhile, when they got there, they encountered Esau Edom with their military weapons, and they was staring them down with a gun. But Jake had military weapons as well. So it was a standoff, and they had the guns on each other, right? But Esau tried to be deceiving, and he lowered his weapon and was like, let's everybody just calm down, And they said the wrong thing, and Jake shot their ass. And this is an example of knowing who your enemy is, knowing exactly who your enemy is, so you can't be deceived by his trickery. Okay, so that scene stood out to me. All right. This is Jeremiah 49:10. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not. Okay, so Esau is being made bare. Behold, I am against thee, said Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. Okay, so America is definitely in bed with the small hats. Okay, and these small hats is making a mess over there. All right, and making a mess, and where America ain't got no choice but to defend them. Okay, and all the other nations are turning against America. All right, and these small hats. All right. Ezekiel 35:1, it says, Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith the Lord power, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against thee, and I will make thee most desolate. And I will lay thy cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword, in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out, and him that returneth. All right, so the promise has been made. Okay, the Lord said, I am against thee. And then closing, Obadiah 1:6. How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, and prevailed against thee. They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, said the Lord Yahweh, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And the mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed, to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. All right. So Esau's violence against Jacob is being on display. Okay. Here you had the the so-called white man at the bottom talking about it. The actual example just recently of the young Israelite Jake, all right, hanging from a tree, and here you have Charleston White, okay, who said he's willing to lose all his freedoms to expose the hypocrisy. All right. So I pray that this lesson has been edifying. This has been Esau is being made bare. He's greatly despised. Shalom.